All right, so let's switch things up for a second and talk about something we don't really talk about too often on this show, which is sports, and specifically golf, which is a game that I love. For the last several years, golf on television has been rather lame. The Saudis have spent an absolute fortune to poach the most talented players from the PGA Tour and kind of ruined everything. But a solution is likely coming very soon. The Masters is only a month away, so everybody's talking about golf. You're getting the clubs back out. It's getting warm in the Midwest, the East Coast. LIV and the PGA are now negotiating on how to reunite golf, somehow bring these tours back together so you can see all the best players playing against each other. Trump hosted reps from both LIV, the LIV Tour, the Saudi Tour, and the PGA Tour at the White House last month. The PGA commissioner saying the talks have been significantly bolstered by President Trump's willingness to serve as a facilitator, adding that Trump wants to see the game reunified. He wants to be able to watch good golf on TV like the rest of us do. We have a very special guest to discuss this all tonight. PGA legend John Daly is with us, and sir, it is very good to see you. I want to start with this. The game,
you too, Rob.
The game needs to be fixed because it's not the same, is it?
Well, it's the same. It's just that, I think they just need to work it out. We're like, hey, we're obligated. We have to play in 15 events a year. I know on the PGA Tour, our Champions Tour is a little less, but to keep our insurance and to keep our 401ks, our retirement plans going. But, hey, if those guys want to go to LIV and they're going to pay them a lot of money, I always said you're going to play 29 tournaments because you have to play 15 on our tour and then you got to play 14 on theirs. That's the end of the solution. Let's go play golf and, golf's a global game. Everybody should have the opportunity to play. And I don't I think these guys, you're born, you live, and what is it for? To make sure you take care of your family. LIV Golf is taking care of some people's family. Yeah, well, and that's the way I look at it. But I just want Jay, thank God Daddy Trump's getting involved because I want it to work out because I have friends on the PGA Tour and the LIV Tour, and I want them all to just golf needs to be seen worldwide, and the best players need to play.
Yeah, I have no problem with the guys that signed that deal. If you throw $50 or $100 million at me, before I even have to hit the ball, you'd be an idiot to not take that money. You'd be an idiot to not take that money because you never know what's going to happen tomorrow in this world. But what are your thoughts on what the Saudis did to the game, though? By coming in with all of that money, I mean, it certainly was interesting to see them just come in and just dump because a lot of that money's been wasted. That tournament's not making any money at all. I mean, I don't think in comparison to what they spend.
Well, I think it's all TV contracts, and the LIV, of course, is YouTube, which kind of is great, but, they want to be on all the networks. They want to be on the Golf Channel. They want to be on ESPN, ABC, CBS, NBC, and all that. Of course they do, but that's something that Jay Monahan and the Saudis need to work out. Yeah. Let's get it fixed. I want to see Justin Thomas. I want to see Justin Thomas on the PGA Tour. I want to see Ricky Fowler. I want to see Brooks Koepka playing tour events again. They're my buddies, but I just think we need to work it out. Everybody just comes together, get along. Yeah. Golf's too global, and you want the best players in every field like we get in our majors and at Sawgrass.
That's the only things I watch anymore. You know the president pretty well. You just called him Daddy Trump, which that's hilarious to me. I think you're a pretty big fan. I want to show you this picture. This is 10 years ago today, if you can believe it. This is 10 years ago today. That's the 18th at Trump Los Angeles. That's the first time I ever met the president. And that's our mutual friend right there on the right. That's Adam. Who's introduced us. This was March of 2015. I just want to tell you a quick story. We were going around the course. We're on the front nine when the first time we saw him, and Adam goes, "Wow, that's Donald Trump. You know who that is? That's Donald Trump. That guy could be the next president of the United States." This is this is a long time before he even decided to run, and I just thought it's amazing that that's 10 years ago today, which is incredible to me. Have you ever golfed with the president?
A bunch of times. I met him in '92. He came in helicopter. We played in the Pro-Am together, and we had a great day, and I got to know him, and we sat on the back porch of this club. It was a tournament in Massachusetts. I can't remember the name of it, but, I get my bottle of, whatever, and Diet Coke on the side or whatever, and he's drinking Diet Cokes, and, we had a nice conversation for about 30, 45 minutes, and he says, I will be the next president of the United States. I just got to find the right time. I said, you go get him, Daddy Trump. I'll be voting for you. And That's how I started calling him Daddy Trump for so many years.
That's exactly what he is. That's the best version of him is on the golf course, especially after you play, sitting there just eating hot dogs and hanging out. He's the realest guy that's ever been the president of the United States. There's no question.
Well, he just loves American people. He wants to help us, and he wants to help all of us. He's not in it for the money like a lot of people have been over the years, and it frustrates me that our country has gone so bad when this other administration was in. It just sickened me, and I'm glad Daddy's back in, and hopefully he's going to change things again like he did, a few years back.
Yeah, that's amen to that. Amen to that. He's off to a strong start. I just want to show this real quick before I let you go. My dad took me 1991, Crooked Stick, Carmel, Indiana. You won the PGA that year. You were 25 years old in that picture. My dad brought me and my mom to watch you play, and I've been a John Daly fan ever since. My dad loves you. So I want to thank you for coming on tonight, John.
Well, thank you for making me feel older, Rob. I love you, buddy.
Next time I'm out your way, we're going to play some golf. Good to see you, John. Thank you.
Anytime you want, let's go.
I love it. All right. Everybody's reporting the same stories, the same spin. You turn the channel, it's always the same. But not us. We're different. We report the real news. No spin, just the facts. Turn to us, and you won't turn back.
Tune in to Rob Schmitt tonight on Newsmax.